Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Hope doing amazingly well. Welcome back to another lesson, and today we'll be talking about what a phrase in English is. What is a phrase? How does it look like? What to do with it? And the rest of the questions. Alright, we'll understand this, we'll have fun, we'll do a practice set together. I have a practice set for you too. I'm ready, I'm excited. I know you too. Let's do it. Alright. Now, let's start with understanding what exactly a phrase in English is. A few very important points. A phrase in English is a group of words. This is the very first thing you should keep in mind, right? Point number one, it is a group of words, meaning more than one word. It is always more than one word. Okay, one word can't be a phrase. Okay, got it. Now, it is a group of words without the more important point here. Point number two, it does not have the subject verb combination in it, meaning it does not have both a subject and its verb. It can have a noun, right? And it can also have a verb, but the verb is not going to be the verb of the noun. So it's never going to have a subject verb combination. You got this? So can we call a phrase a group of words without a subject verb combination? That's it. We definitely call it a phrase, but it has to do a little more than that. It has to function either as a noun or a verb or an adjective or an adverb or a conjunction. A phrase in English works either as a noun or a verb or an adjective or an adverb or a conjunction. All right, let's see some examples. Some friends. Is this a phrase? Yes, it is. Why? A group of words. Tick. It is a group of words, more than one word. It has two words, right? Number two, it does not have the subject verb combination, right? This can be a subject, but does it have its verb? No. So it's a phrase. Is it working as one of those things? Let's check. Some friends. Yes, this is a noun phrase. This is a noun phrase. How? Friends is the noun here, right? This is the noun, and some is working as an adjective, right? A determiner, right? Some friends, and we can use this phrase as a subject, as a noun in any sentence. As a subject, some friends are waiting for you. As an object of a verb, as an object of a preposition. For example, I'm talking about some friends, right? As a subject complement or an object complement, right? So it's a phrase. Another example would be this. Very smart. This guy, man, looks amazing, right? Now, very smart. Is this a phrase? Yes, it is, right? It has a group of words and it doesn't have a subject verb combination, and it's working as an adjective here. It is an adjective phrase. Why? Because smart is the adjective here and very is an adverb, right? So smart, how smart? Very smart. Very is just intensifying it. Okay. Oh my God, I love this guy. And he is very smart. So you can make it a sentence. He is very smart, which he is. Everybody loves him. You know what I mean? All right, another example. Quite badly. I don't know why this picture of Neha Kakkar is there with the phrase quite badly, because she's a killer. Sings amazingly well, if you know what I mean. So quite badly, this is a phrase, definitely a phrase, a group of words without a subject verb combination, and this is an adverb phrase. This is an adverb phrase, and it's going to function as an adverb in a sentence. Why? Because badly is an adverb, right? And quite is also an adverb. Two adverbs. Why? Because badly is the head adverb. This is the head adverb. This is the main adverb, and quite is quantifying it. How badly? Quite badly. Okay, let's take another example. Has looked. Has looked. Is this a phrase? Yes, it is. Why? Two reasons, both being complete here. All right. Now, this is a verb phrase. This is a verb phrase, right? And it's going to be used in place of a verb in a sentence. For example, he has looked really well recently. Really well recently. Right? Like these ladies are looking really well, pretty, smart, confident, right? So has looked is a verb phrase where looked is the main verb. This is the main verb, and has is the auxiliary verb that we often call the helping verb in India or Asia. Okay, let's look at another example. Oh, they're in love, right? Ah, cute man. In love. Is this a phrase? Definitely. In love. This is a prepositional phrase. This is a prepositional phrase. So does it mean it's going to function as a preposition in a sentence? Hell no. This is not going to function as a preposition. A preposition phrase is a phrase that just starts with a preposition, which it is starting with the preposition in. But this is not going to be used as a preposition in a sentence. It can be used as an adjective, adverb, all right? Not as a preposition. Can also be used as a noun, rarely, but can be. Okay? Now, you guys, what is not a phrase? We've understood what a phrase is. What is not a phrase is what we'll learn. So, I have something for you guys. Number one, a group of words with a subject and a verb. This is not a phrase. So, a group of words, a phrase also has a group of words, but a phrase does not have a subject and a verb. A phrase does not have a subject and a verb combination. So, he shouts. Is it a phrase? No, it's not a phrase. Why? Because he is the subject and it has its verb. Shouts. So this is a complete sentence. This is a complete sentence. An independent clause. This is an independent clause. An independent clause is nothing but a complete sentence. Okay. So this is not a phrase, right? He's strange. Ori, you're calling him strange, man? Everybody loves him. That's weird. That's strange. Now, he's strange. So, is this a phrase? A group of words? It has three words. So, can we call it a phrase? No, we can't. Why? Because it has a subject he, it has the verb, main verb as a linking verb is, and it also has an adjective, a subject complement, right? Subject complement. This is a complete sentence. It is not a phrase. So now you get it. Number 2 point to keep in mind. A group of words with no order or meaning. No order or no meaning. This is also important. I am giving you everything you need. Now, number 1 is a. Is this a phrase? Is this a phrase? Hell no. Is a what? There is no order. There is no meaning. This is not a phrase. Number 2, your to. Is this a phrase? Again, your to what? What does it mean? Nothing. Nothing. No meaning, man. No meaning at all. So no. Is there any order in which the word should be? There is no order. So it's not a phrase either. Number 3, to I what? Are you crazy? Are you mad? Not a phrase. This is not a phrase either. Okay, so you got this. Now, how many types of phrases do we have in English? We have exactly 10. That's 5. 10 types of phrases. Number 1, a noun phrase. A phrase that functions as a noun in a sentence. Can take any place a noun does, right? And it's always going to be headed by a noun. A regular noun phrase. Other phrases can also function as a noun. For example, a gerund phrase, it does. An infinitive phrase, it can, right? A regular noun phrase always heads by a noun. A verb phrase, right? It's a combination of an auxiliary verb and a main verb, and it is called a verb phrase. Number 3, an adjective phrase, right? It functions as an adjective in a sentence, right? There are different types of adjective phrases, right? We'll come to that later on. Number 4, an adverb phrase. This is headed by an adverb. This is headed by an adverb. And I'm talking about a regular adverb phrase. There are different types of adverb phrases, right? We have separate lessons on all of these, right? I'll come to that later on. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Number 5, a prepositional phrase. It is a phrase that has nothing to do with functionality. It has to do with identification. So a prepositional phrase just starts with a preposition. For example, on my way, in love, after you. Okay, these are prepositional phrases starting with preposition. That's it. They're not going to function as a preposition in a sentence. All right. Number 6, a gerund phrase. A gerund is a verb ending with ing, like teaching, and it functions as a noun. Teaching is my passion. I love sleeping. Do you too? You're my soulmate. Okay, so a gerund phrase starts with a gerund, right? And it functions as a noun in a sentence, right? So it is one of the noun phrases, all right? Then the infinitive phrase. An infinitive phrase starts with an infinitive, which is to plus base form of a verb. There are different forms of infinitives, and these phrases starts with an infinitive, but they function either as a noun. Okay, let me just clear this for you to see clearly and understand things clearly. So an infinitive phrase starts with an infinitive, all right, and they either function as a noun or an adjective or an adverb, and or they can function as all of them in a sentence, right? If you put it right. Okay. Then an a positive phrase, this is basically a noun phrase. Okay, it's a noun phrase and it sits next to the subject of a sentence. It comes after the subject and renames it. Okay. And then we have a participle phrase, and we have three participle phrases: a present participle, a past participle, a perfect participle. All right. And these phrases function either as an adverb or an adjective. And then we have the last as an absolute phrase. This phrase is wonderful. This is advanced stuff, and it just helps you paint a vivid picture in a sentence. Just makes it vivid, adds more details and information to the sentence. All right. Now these are different types of phrases in a sentence. Now we'll do this. This is a sentence, and we'll try identifying as many phrases as we can. This will do what? This will enhance our understanding. Okay. And that's what we want at the moment. So let's do it, you guys. Okay. In the early morning, with a clear mind and a strong sense of purpose, he began working on his goals with complete focus and determination. All right. Now, in the early morning is a phrase. Number one, what kind? A prepositional phrase, because it starts with a preposition in. With a clear mind and a strong sense of purpose is also a phrase. What kind? Again, a prepositional phrase starting with the preposition with. Okay. Then comes the subject. He सुबह एक clear mind के साथ और एक strong purpose के साथ, right? He started working. He began. This is the subject. Begin is the verb, main verb, right? Begin what? This entire part is the object, right? Object of the verb begin. He began what? Working on his goals with complete focus and determination. That is the object of the verb begin. And this is also a phrase, and this is a gerund phrase because it starts with a gerund, working, right? Working on his goals with complete focus and determination. Now, is that it? Do we just have one, two, three phrases in the sentence? No, we have many more phrases in this, and that's exactly what I want you to know. So in this phrase, prepositional phrase, the object of the preposition itself is a phrase, and it is a noun phrase. See, the early morning, where morning is the noun, the and early are modifiers. The is a definite article, early is a regular adjective, hence a noun phrase, working as the object of the preposition in. Now, in this phrase, we have a few phrases further. A clear mind is phrase number one. Again, a noun phrase with the had word being mind, and a in clear are pre-modifiers, adjectives. A indefinite article, determiner, right? Clear is a regular adjective. And, right, a strong sense of purpose is another noun phrase where sense is the main noun, is the head word, a modifier, indefinite article, strong, regular adjective, and these are coming before the noun, so these are called pre-modifiers, right? Of purpose is another phrase, a prepositional phrase. See, that's how sentences are formed. I'm explaining the science, right? If you want to understand this better, I do editorial analysis where I break down pieces in detail. You should watch that. All right. A strong sense of what, in what relation, what context, of purpose. So of purpose is a post modifier, prepositional phrase working as an adjective, right? Modifying the noun sense. And he began what? Working on his goals with complete focus and determination. Now in this, let me just clear this first of all. Begin working on his goals. That is that is another prepositional phrase, as you can see, headed by the preposition on, right? And his goals is another phrase, and this is a noun phrase headed by the noun goal, goals, and his is an adjective, a possessive adjective, right? Now, after this, with complete focus and determination is another prepositional phrase headed by the preposition with, right? And then the object of this preposition is another phrase, complete focus and determination, where focus and determination are nouns and complete is an adjective. See, English as a language is full of phrases, just phrases, phrases, phrases. Now, I think you got this. I want you to do something. I want to give you a task and exercise, and I want you to find out all the phrases in this sentence and write in the comment. Let's see if you can get it. All right. And if you can, that's amazing, man. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, share, new to the channel, subscribe. And if you want to understand this better, I have too much information on my website. There is an article that covers all different types of phrases. You should watch this, right? I'll give you the link in the description. And then you can go to my YouTube channel, which has all these videos separately and also one video covering everything. You can see this, and the noun, phrase, adjective, noun, clause, everything is there. All right, everything is there. So I hope you guys had fun, and I for sure did. And I'll see you guys soon. Till then, keep learning. Have fun. Peace. I'm out. Bye.